So we'll see the basic one first, and then I'll send you one document for a private equity group, because we're gonna start the training from a private equity and then we'll end up with hedge fund. Why? There are two things. uh, 40 to 60% audiences, those are from private equity groups. So I'll finish the private equity first training, and then we'll start with the hedge fund. Then we can continue with our hedge fund portion. All right. But before that, so now let me brief you something about how the different accounts come into picture. All right. So when we talk about, let's say, fund, when we talk about fund, for a fund, it's a mandate to open different accounts. When we talk about, let's say, GMT fund, it has, the legal requirement to open bank account. Why? Because if you see, as a fund manager, if you don't open your bank account, how will you accept the deposit from the investor? Think about it, right? Right. So when you mean, let's say, because in a fund business, it's not allowed to accept deposit from the investor. Simple. You cannot accept that deposit directly. So it means you should have a legal framework in place. That legal frameworks allow investors to make a deposit in your bank account. When we say in your bank account, it means fund bank account. And once, let's say, fund has received amount in fund bank account, then again the other accounts are important, like trading account, right? Trading account. Why trading account? Because trading accounts, it means for trading of securities. If you don't have a trading account, how will you buy and sell the securities from NSE, BSE? How will you buy it, right? Even from, let's say, London Stock Exchange, New York Stock Exchange, how will you buy it? Without trading account, you cannot buy it. So it means, for understanding purpose, your fund account you can map with bank account. Open a bank account with XYZ, let's say institutions like ZP, HSBC, or other institutions, and then you can map that account with your trading account. Why trading account? So once you have, let's say, received fund in your bank account, then you can add that fund to the trading account, and then you can purchase the securities from different marketplaces. Here you can deal in, so it means through this marketplace you can buy and sell equity, bonds, options, futures, FX, government bonds, private bonds, government bonds, T-bills, loans, right? Even swaps, CDS, credit default swaps, or etc. or other instruments, right? So if you want to buy all such instruments, then trading accounts, uh, that plays crucial role, right? Without trading account, you cannot buy and sell the securities. Understand that also. If you have a, let's say, trading account, if you have a trading account, now here also you might see categorization in terms of, maybe for a intraday you would see different account, for a delivery you would see different, approach, maybe demat account, right? Intraday, and for a derivatives as well you would see different accounts, and for FX also, FX and commodities. So you would see that segment. Why? Because you will have to allocate fund from trading account to intraday, intraday to, or maybe trading account to delivery, the delivery to, or different. I'll show you that how allocation works and all, right? But this is how you will have to allocate funds to the different accounts, and then only you can purchase the equities. If you want to buy and sell the equities, so you will have to add fund here, right? Then only you can purchase securities from the open market. Then otherwise you cannot buy any of the securities. Simple. Now again, question come here in picture, like if I purchase securities, then how can I store that securities and where can I store it? Means how can I store it? Because securities, that would be available in the digital form. So how can I store it? See, on trading account, you cannot park security. You can just buy and sell it. Simple. Trading account is for buy and sell. Trading account is not for hold. Demat account is hold, where you can hold securities in demat account. So it means we'll have to map demat account. Demat account. Now again, question is like who offer this demat account? If I talk about India, we have NSDL. If I talk about again India, we have CDSL. UK, they have a European Depository. US, they have ADR, American Depository Receipt, European Depository Receipt. So each and every country they have demat account. Why demat account is important? To hold shares in digital form. To hold shares in digital form, that's what your depositories come into picture. And the important one is, again, when you open demat account, you need someone, like custodian who provide protection to the demat account where you have hold the securities. So it means custodian will provide protection to the securities. Holded securities, you can say, right? So that's how fund manager create or open demat account with EDR, NSDL, right? And that account fund manager transfer it to the custodian for a safekeep purpose. Why? Because whenever securities fund manager purchase securities through trading account, right? Through trading account. But as I said, fund manager, it means fund manager is representing to the institution. And when the fund manager is representing to the institution, so it's a mandate. It means it's a mandate to purchase securities through custodian only. So it means fund manager uh, send the quotation to the custodians, and custodians send the quotation to the brokers to buy and sell the securities. So that's how they purchase or sell the securities if you register as an institution, because you cannot purchase securities from the open pool. Understand that as well. So directly fund managers, they cannot participate in retail pool. Every company maintain the retail data, employee stock option data, or different quota. So you cannot directly participate as a HNI. You cannot participate in retail pool, and if you participate, then security prices will then again manipulate them, right? Let's say total market size of the particular stock is 100 crore, and as a, let's say, XYZ fund want to invest to 200 crore. So then fund can directly grab the 100% ownership in that company. So that doesn't make any sense. So that would be like hostile activities and hostile practices which are not allowed in market. But yes, if you see this, where fund open the fund account, then fund after that fund account, fund again open the bank account, trading account, or different other segments as well. And then also it is mandate to open demat account and custodian. to start trading, right? Start trading or investment as well. So that's how your uh, fund manager role come into picture, where they work on different activities. Now here you can relate your job. So your question would be like, so why we are discussing this portion? I'll come to that point. As a fund manager sit here. Fund manager want to buy and sell the securities from the market. That's what fund manager required: bank account, trading account, and demat account. But as a fund accountant, it's your responsibility to refer the trading account statement. Because if you see, I'll draw the fund accounting that process flow. So if you see, where means how you can contribute from your side as a processor. Let's say GMT fund, here would be entity, fund manager. Here fund manager can set, fund manager appoint interactive broker or interactive prime broker, let's say, right? Let's say broker is ICICI. So fund manager select broker, right? Fund manager again, as I said, check the bank account. Let's say bank account is with State Street, State Street Corporation. Fund manager transfer fund, transfer fund. Let's say 1 lakh from bank to broker, and then that fund manager will utilize it, invest in market, invest in market, right? Investment could be through NSE, through BSE for, let's say, equity, right? So after that, your team come into picture, asset admin team. Asset admin team, it means nothing but where they download the broker statement data. Why? For buy and sell details. So it means for a, let's say, buy of equity. They want this detail where they can set up securities. Admin team can set up securities, right? So they can set up securities on internal accounting system. The internal accounting system, it can be, let's say, internal systems can be Geneva, then multi-fold, it can be multi-fold, Aladdin, Global Plus, right? So those are the accounting platforms. So it means admin team's responsibility to set up securities on accounting platform. Because Geneva, Multiphone, Aladdin, Global Plus, all are the accounting platforms. All are the accounting platforms. So you can record that platforms, right? And once the security is set up on internal accounting platforms, then your trade processing teams come into picture. trade processing teams come into picture. So now here you can see different teams for each and every instruments. You can see different teams. Let's say for a OTC product, so you might see OTC team, over the counter team. So under over the counter team, you might see different teams. Let's say for a swap, there would be different team. For a loans, there would be different team. For let's say XYZ instrument bonds or money market products, you maybe see different team. Let's say for listed products, so you might see different team like let's say for equity or options, futures, that can be for FX, even. So you might see different team. Why said different teams are required? Because trade processing teams refer data from interactive prime brokers. Why interactive prime brokers? Because brokers provide trade support. Brokers provide trade supports, and trade processing teams, they want the same trade support document. So where trade processing teams, they can refer the same documents or same contract notes or details to create the records in the internal accounting system. So now you can relate. If you're a part of trade processing team, then you can, let's say, above you there would be asset servicing team, and on top of asset servicing team, so there may be fund trading, where trading team, or the relation team, or maybe fund manager team, where they actually buy and sell in securities, right? OTC team, listed products. So you might see different products as well apart from this. All right. So under OTC, so you may see different teams. Under OTC product, so you may see how this entire flow works. So you may be surprised. Okay, there are thousands of different teams, but you guys are not aware about it like this. Trade processing team. So as I said, OTC. OTC, it means here you may see different teams. Let's say banded teams. Banded. Under banded, so you maybe see like CLOT, CDOT. CDO for again, so here you may see stuff like EBS, where they take care of that booking part or such things. And here under CLO you may see term loans. Right. So other products, so you may see like, let's say for derivative instruments, derivatives like swaps or forward. So where they can book the forward contracts in the system, or swap teams will book the swap contracts in swap team, right? So if I talk about listed one, again here you may see derivatives. So you may see like different team for future accounts, future, right? If you future and options, derivatives, future and options. Here you may see let's say different products like stocks. Under stocks, you may see listed stocks, non-listed stocks. Say this. But anyways, So you may see different teams for each and every activities. And if not, let's say what could be the possibilities. And let's say there are no different teams. So everything is based on the size of the fund. Let's say you're working on thousands of funds. Then that doesn't make any sense to work on each and every product. Then you would see a lot of mistakes because your mind won't be catch or download everything in one go. So you would see a lot of challenges, and that's what. So they have scattered each and every product into small teams where they take care of it. When I was working with XYZ organization, let's say I was the part of this product, right? Then when I was the part of again another means organization. I cannot disclose because it's a recorded line. Then I was working on derivatives and stocks part. So it means you would see different teams for each and every activities. But now I'll come to the main point, sir. What would be their main job? As I said, they refer IPBs, broker statement, and book the trades in system. Book trades in system. So IPBs, broker statements, where they refer the trades and book it into the system. Simple. Their main job is so every day check out the securities, connect with the asset admin team, ask them to let's say cross verify whether that particular asset is set up in the internal accounting system or not. If let's say if not, then you can go and check the details of that particular assets. So when we say detail, it means ISIN, QSAFEs, DOL, or the status of that particular security. You can check it on a stock exchange, and then you can send that information to the asset admin team where they can refer and book the security in the system. Once they book or let's say amend it, then your job come into picture. If you, let's assume it, if you're a part of trade processing team, then you can book the trades in the internal accounting system. If you see entire product cycle, where this depends on key information like TD, settlement date, amount, rate, then ISIN, QC, or maybe different IDs for different financial instrument. Bank date start with LX IDs, right? ABS start with XL ISIN, right? Swap start with the SWS swap IDs. Forward start with again FWD, forward IDs, right? Then stock start with ISIN. Derivatives options start with again. When I talk about options, so here you may say like PEC. Same here also you can say it FUT. FUT means future. They start with IDs FUT. So this is how indicators come into picture. For each and every transaction, stock exchange create or exchange platform creates unique identifier or number. So with that identifier, you can record that particular contract or particular financial products in internal accounting system. Apart from that, I told you guys in my first introductory session, that session is not recorded one because I was not here in Pune. That's what I couldn't. So I told you why this, different financial products are important. Now you can relate. So you're gonna work around means all these financial products. If you're a part of trade processing, this portion comes under your fund accounting, prime broking, investment banking, custodian, right? Or different departments even. So you're gonna work on this particular product. And even if I talk about from accounting perspective, trade processing team record the transaction in the books of fund. But ultimately, it would be, let's say, your responsibility as an accountant. You will have to record that transaction in the books of fund in debit and credit form. But while recording the transaction, As a trade processing team, you will have to check trade date, settlement date, amount, rate, quantity, ISIN, QC, counterparty, and then total consideration or amount, and check it whether the actual quantity is received or not. So this is how your job come into picture. So now your question would be like, so what about different teams then? Because I'm sure there would be different teams as well apart from this. Yes, there would be. But after trade processing, so means processing of all, if you see, after trade processing team, other teams come into picture. What would be others then?
So capstone. Okay.
Corporate action, income processing, right? So immediate means there should be two teams, corporate actions and income processing. But apart from that, as someone said, like uh, cap stock team, yes, that would be also in picture. Cap stock, fees, right? Then pricing, right? So that will come into picture. So you would see different actions under corporate action. You would see income processing or different activities under income processing. Cap stock, it means again you would see like subscription, redemption, cap stock distributions, drawdown, pay down, or different activities that will come into picture under the cap stock. Under fees, again your normal fees like admin, then incentive, and many more that will come into picture. Pricing, it means there would be different things that comes under pricing. And as an accountant, so here you would see means accounting teams how they come into picture. So now you can relate. So if you have any issues, means corporate action team, if they have any issues, they can reach out. Even income team, they can reach out to the trade processing. Cap stock team, not. Pricing team, they can reach out to the directly to the trade processing team. And then after here at the end, so you would see accounting teams. So accounting teams, they work with all other processes. They work with trade processing, corporate action, income, cap stock, fees, pricing, because they prepare journal entries. They prepare group ledger for all other activities. They prepare P&L and balance it, and even fund flow statement. That's what your accounting teams, and role come into picture. So whatever accounting entries which we posted, now you can relate with it. We discuss accounting entry which was related to the fees. We discuss accounting entry which was related to the cap stock. We discuss accounting entry which was okay, corporate action and income, which was, let's say, wasn't included in that particular example. We discuss accounting entry with your trade processing part as well. So see this how means now you can easily relate with, as an accountant you will have to work with all other teams to ensure that you have a data recorded, because corporate action team's responsibility to record corporate action, income processing team's responsibility is to record income and interest payment in the internal accounting system. Capstock team responsibility is to record capstock activities. Fees team's responsibility is to calculate fees for each and every activities and record it in the books of fund. Same applies for pricing teams to check the different sources and ensure the security prices are up to date, updated. And the important activities, trade processing. That is a responsibility of trade processing team to update trade details in the internal accounting system. Otherwise, if there are no recording of trades in the system, then you cannot uh, create corporate actions, or you cannot even record the dividend or interest payment under income processing, and even you cannot record the pricing or update the pricing for different securities. So this is how your accounting teams works. Accounting teams refer the data and update the accounting entries in the books of fund.
Can you please explain deep in what does capstock activities exactly?
At the moment, I'm not going to explain anything because each topic we have a separate session. It's just a overview that I gave you.
Okay.
If you ask me
So
to quickly
one
explain
small
them,
note.
so this will take time. So we have a design module for each activities. So in every session, we're going to discuss one module. So as I said, we'll start with this trade processing. So tomorrow we'll have a session on trade processing. So please be there. Don't miss any of the sessions. So we'll see the front office, back office, recon of trade processing,